Thank you for joining us on this Friday, March 29th.
Live from the Beasley Media Complex in Boone, this is the Appalachian Weekly News.
I'm Faith Hatton.
And I'm Callie Walton.
It's official, students will pay more to attend App State next year. The North Carolina Board of Governors met in late March and voted to raise student fees. The athletics fee will go up $23. Student activities will increase $13. The board postponed a $54 debt service fee. While App State students' fees will increase at UNC at Chapel Hill's undergraduate and graduate student activities fee will decrease by nearly $4. 5 other UNC schools did not have their athletics fees raised, and 9 schools did not have their student activities fees raised. Paul Forte is the Vice Chancellor for Business Affairs. He says the board is working on a plan to ask the legislature for repair and renovation funds on a system-wide basis.
Owens Fieldhouse at Kid Brewer Stadium was demolished on March 25th. For 47 years, the Mountaineers and visiting teams used the locker rooms and office space in the brick building. The demolition is a part of the North End Zone project. The new facility will have equipment rooms, a medical center, and a souvenir store. It will also add a few more seats in Kid Brewer Stadium. Construction will take more than 1 year and should end in time for the 2020 football season.
The construction on West Campus is also affecting our student housing. Our reporter Anna Muckenfuss has the story.
Current App State students reapplied for on-campus housing from December 31st to January 1st and received an invitation to live on campus via email in February. Students who receive an invitation are chosen through an applicant pool by the University Housing Management System. Tori Dara, a current resident of Gardner Hall, did not receive an invitation.
So, we called housing, we emailed, and they were like, well, the lottery hasn't closed just yet, so just kind of hang on, and we hung on and hung on. And then it was the week before spring break that we found out that we had no housing on campus next semester.
Tom Kane, the director of University Housing, says that housing is guaranteed to freshman students and that students are expected to live on campus their first year.
We have 5,700 spaces. Our freshman class has continued to grow over the last couple of years. I think when I first came, it was probably around 2,300. This year we're looking at 3,700, but we have not increased the number of bed spaces that we're having on campus. So as a result, when we talk about 3,700 freshmen that live on campus, we have 5,700 spaces. That only leaves 2,000 spaces for returning students.
Ian Drury, a current resident at the Living Learning Center, says that they applied for on-campus housing for the next school year because they knew they would not be able to afford off-campus housing.
It caused issues in terms of having to scramble to find somewhere to live next year because of how late I was informed that I wouldn't be provided housing. And I know that financially, if I had applied earlier to places that were full when I was looking, I would have saved a lot of money.
Tom Kane says that the P3 construction project has not created a decrease in beds and that residence halls outlined to be demolished will not be torn down until new beds are provided for students. For the Appalachian Weekly News, I'm Anna Muckenfuss.
The cost to see pop star Kesha at the Holmes Convocation Center has dropped to $42. Planners say that this is because the event has not sold out. The concert starts at 8 and doors open at 7. If you still need a ticket, you can buy one up until an hour before the show. If you're planning to bring a purse, you can read the bag and admission policy online at theholmescenter.appstate.edu.
While we're talking about music, the artist behind NPR's #1 rap album of the year will perform at Legends on April 18th. Saba gained recognition after appearing on Chance the Rapper's mixtape, Acid Rap. His performance will mark one of the first major rap concerts at Legends. The rapper was scheduled to perform April 4th, but postponed the concert to appear on The Tonight Show. Ticket prices cost $18 for students and $25 for the public. You can purchase tickets at the Holmes Convocation Center's website.
Applecart faces significant budget cuts that may impact rider capacity. Our correspondent Katie Garceran has the details.
Applecart met for their monthly meeting for the first time on App State's campus this week.
Yes, so the Applecart board, obviously our biggest user is students, and it's very important to try to get more input from students as well. In the past, we've worked with the SGA and other groups and had folks come to us, but we thought it was important to sort of come to students as well.
At the meeting, the board expressed their concern for the upcoming school year as Applecart's budget is taking a hit.
Right now we're kind of wait and see. We're working on our budget for next year. Worst case scenario, we look at some lower performing times when routes are running maybe later at night. Weekend service might have to be some cutbacks there. If the state, we're hoping the governor will kick in with his budget and restore that funding back to Applecart. If that doesn't happen, we'll ask the town and ASU if they can contribute some more money to make up the difference.
Board members hope the North Carolina government realizes how vital Applecart is for life here in Boone and allows for the extra funding to go through. For the Appalachian Weekly News, I'm Katie Garceran.
One of the High Country's biggest attractions is closing for the season. Our reporter Laird Davis has the details.
Spring has come, and with it, the end of the ski season. Appalachian Ski Mountain had its final days of skiing this past weekend. Climate change has raised concerns about the ability of these slopes to stay open, but Brad Moretz, the owner of Appalachian Ski Mountain, says that advances in snowmaking technology have actually allowed the slope to stay open longer than normal.
When we have those moments, we can really make a lot in a hurry. We can convert 6 million gallons of water per day to snow. So, in 30 hours, we can go from grass to the majority of our slopes open.
While the slopes have remained open, they have not been unaffected.
They're pretty good. They're a little icy, a little hard to learn on just because it's a little warmer.
It was nice. It was a little icy toward the ends, I felt like. So it was a little hard stopping in places.
Moretz says it's important to double check the weather as things are not always as they seem.
Probably the biggest challenge we face all year is weather forecasts that maybe are discouraging for people when the weather forecast is really not quite in line with reality.
Still, plenty of people were out there on the slopes enjoying the warm weather and taking advantage of the smaller crowds.
I think it's fantastic. We love it like that. That way if you fall or you don't feel like you're going to hit people coming down.
Appalachian Ski Mountain will open for the new season on November 22nd. For the Appalachian Weekly News, I'm Laird Davis.
The founder and director of the Equal Justice Initiative will be the keynote speaker of next year's Black and Gold Convocation. Brian Stevenson is a lawyer and author of Just Mercy, A Story of Justice and Redemption, the common reading book for incoming freshmen. The memoir discusses wrongful convictions and discrimination in the criminal justice system. It won the NAACP Image Award for Nonfiction in 2015. Martha McCoy is the director of the Common Reading Program. She hopes the book will expose students to important social issues and enhance their first-year seminars. The film adaptation of the book starring Michael B. Jordan is scheduled for release next year.
An App State student wants to make drag more mainstream in Boone. Andrew Vest is a freshman and psychology major. He's producing and organizing a community drag show called Life's a Drag. Vest says, "I want to get drag culture out there. I want it to be presented as a culturally important thing and something that we can do in Boone. And it doesn't just have to be through the school." The show will feature professional and amateur performances at Third Place on Saturday, March 30th. Doors will open at 8 at night and the show will start at 9. A $3 cover charge will apply. All proceeds from the show will be donated to Applied Family Services, a nonprofit organization in Winston-Salem that offers support for children with developmental delays.
A motivational speaker says that sorority girls can change the world. Author Katie Bulmer spoke in late March to App State women involved in Greek life. Bulmer talked about women's trend-setting power and the importance of philanthropy. The inspiration behind Bulmer's writing and motivational speeches came after working for the brand Comfort Colors, a popular t-shirt company in the Greek community. Bulmer said that the company helped her realize the power Greek women have and how to use it. Bulmer encouraged women to host more service events and spend their budgets on things that have a positive impact on others.
Students at App State are excited about studying education. Teacher Education Preview Day was an opportunity for newly admitted and transfer students to discover what it's like being an education major at App State. Students learned more about the Education Department's First in Teaching mission. Juan Garcia is a first-year education major who attended the event. He said that working within the Education Department has made him more outgoing. He has also said the program helped him realize his passion for bringing others into the department. The dean of the department is Melba Spooner. She said faculty and staff truly care about the well-being of future educators.
All right, now it's time to check in on sports with Hannah Moseley.
Thank you, Callie. The women's tennis team is now 10-4 after defeating Troy at home on Sunday, March 24th. The team managed to clinch 3 double successes and 4 singles victories over the Trojans. They have won all 4 of their Sun Belt Conference matches so far. The team heads to Louisiana to face Louisiana Lafayette on March 30th and Louisiana Monroe on March 31st. Men and women's track showed out at the Adidas Winthrop Invitational Meet on the weekend of March 22nd. The men's team took first place in the high jump, pole vault, and 4x100 meter relay. The women's team also had success at the meet. They placed 3rd and 7th in the 5,000 meter run, 5th in the 800 meter run, and 6th in the 400 meter dash. Both teams have selected specific athletes who will compete in the Raleigh Relays and Pepsi Florida Relays March 29th and 30th. And just when you thought App State basketball was over, the women's team makes a postseason comeback. After advancing over UNC Asheville in the first round, they faced Marshall University in the second round on March 25th and won 81-73. Priest Stanley absolutely went off, scoring 18 points. Lainey Gosnell and Ashley Polachek also led the team's offense with more than 10 points apiece. Bailey Plummer was all over the boards with a career high of 21 rebounds. The team now advances to the Women's Basketball Invitational Final Four. They will meet Campbell University at home on Saturday, March 30th, with tip-off set at 7. This is the first time since the 2012-2013 since the women's team has had 20 wins, so I just want to give them a big congratulations to that.
Congrats to the Women Mountaineers. Thank you, Hannah. Now it's time for your High Country High Note.
App State and the Appalachian Regional Healthcare System are honoring one of App State's own. University Dean of Libraries Dane Ward was diagnosed with ALS in 2017. ALS is a neurodegenerative disease that stops communication between nerves and muscles, and there is no cure. In Ward's honor, App State will host a fundraiser called Walk to Defeat ALS. The money will go towards research and education. The Walk to Defeat ALS starts tomorrow morning, March 30th at 10 in the Leon Levine Building, Hall of Sciences. The event already surpasses $25,000 fundraising goal. Dan Ward hopes the walk will become an annual event on campus. You can donate at webnc.als.org.
That's our report this week. I'm Callie Walton.
And I'm Faith Hatton. For all of us at the Appalachian Weekly News, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.